Vanier Cup 1984. The highlight of the CIAU football season. A week of activities that range from a fundraising kickoff to awards presentations honoring football excellence. And it climaxes with a big game, the first ever matchup between the Guelph Gryphons and the Mount Allison Mounties. This presentation is brought to you by Shenley Canada Incorporated, Nestle Enterprises Limited, and CP Air Sports. With the Vanier Cup kickoff involving sports and media personalities, politicians, community and business representatives getting a kick out of raising money for diabetes research. Another Vanier Cup week highlight, the announcement of the CIAU Coach of the Year. This was done at a reception hosted by CFL Commissioner Doug Mitchell.
The future of the Canadian Football League depends on what the CIAU can do, and anything we can do to help you, we're pleased to be able to do it. Thanks very much.
Last week's defeat of a strong Queens team convinced everyone who follows university football that Mount Allison, a school of only 1,700 students, is a legitimate and worthy contender for the Vanier Cup. It is my pleasure to announce that the winner of the Frank Tyndall College Coach of the Year Award for 1984 is the head coach of the Mount Allison Mounties, Steve Bruno.
It's been a great year for Mount Allison. I think when I go out recruiting, I won't have to say where Sackville, New Brunswick is, let alone Mount Allison University. And I'm very pleased to accept this. Thank you.
The Shenley Awards presentation is one of the highlights of Vanier Cup week, with outstanding nominees from each of the CIAU conferences being acclaimed by their peers. The nominees for the Peter Gorman Trophy, awarded to the Outstanding Rookie of the Year. Rob Cecile, a wide receiver from the University of Windsor. Jeff Funtaz, a running back from the University of Alberta. Paul Massotti, a wide receiver from Acadia University. And Dennis Walker, running back from Bishops, who led the CIAU with 715 yards.
The winner of the Peter Gorman Trophy is Jeff Funtaz.
I'd just like to thank the people from Shenley for putting on the awards presentation tonight. I'm having a really good time in Toronto. And I'd like to thank all my teammates that are left back at home. They really made me feel a part of the team, and that helped me. I'm not a rookie anymore. Thank you.
The J.P. Metras Trophy for the Outstanding Down Lineman of the Year. Those nominated: Dirk Lears, a tough nose guard from York University, twice an OUAA All-Star. Don Adamick, a guard from the University of British Columbia, another perennial All-Star. Renzo Passaretti, a guard from St. Mary's University. And Boyd Young, a three-time nominee from the University of Ottawa.
Winner is Boyd Young.
First of all, I'd like to thank Shenley's for this honorary evening, the JCs as well. I'd also like to thank my family and my friends for supporting me for the past 15 years. Thank you very much.
The President's Trophy is awarded to the outstanding defensive player, excluding linemen. The nominees, Gerald Lashin, a linebacker from the University of Saskatchewan. Larry Oglesby, a defensive back from Mount Allison, an assassin on defense. Tom Timlin, who plays the rover position for Carleton University. And Alex Troop, an inside linebacker and the defensive captain of the WLU Golden Hawks.
The winner is, for the President's Trophy, Larry Oglesby.
Well, I'd just like to start off by saying that my coach has always harassed me for my speeches. So I'll keep it short and sweet. I'd just like to thank the Shenleys and my teammates and the coaches as well. And just to say that we're going to bring the Vanier Cup back to Mount E. Thank you.
The Heck Crichton Trophy is presented annually to the Outstanding Player of the Year. And here are the nominees. From St. Francis Xavier, running back Don Dempsey, third in rushing in the CIAU. Peter Harrison, the Queen's quarterback, good on 55 of 97 attempts. Lou Laurie, the University of Calgary quarterback, who tied a CIAU record for most TD passes. And to complete the year of the quarterback, Phil Scarfone of McMaster University, a gritty athlete who played 4 games with a broken jaw.
The outstanding football player in Canadian University football and the Heck Crichton Trophy winner is Phil Scarfone.
I'd just like to thank Shenley for this outstanding extravaganza. I'm quite proud to accept this award, but I can't do it on my own. I have a special team. They took it personally when I broke my jaw this year. They did everything they possibly could to protect me. I was only sacked 3 times, and anybody who came near me with the ball, they could have it. I didn't care. I'd also like to thank my family, who has been very, very special to me. They've stuck by me through thick and thin, as well as my coaches, Bernie Custis. He's an incredible individual, as well as Grant McDonald, who have been a big part of my success. Thank you very much.
The CIAU has been recognized as one of the most competitive arenas for football teams from the 4 member conferences. This high level of competition has honed the skills of a great number of outstanding football talents. Nestle's has chosen to salute those who've achieved all-star status with the Nestle's All-Canadian Awards. At the luncheon, Frank Sella, President Nestle's Division, pays tribute to the players.
A message of thanks to 24 individuals who are symbolic of what we can do as individuals for each other. 24 individuals who would never be sitting here today if they had not dedicated themselves to thinking about others first. 24 individuals who said, this is not going to work unless I believe I can make a difference.
Now, the defensive star, Boyd Young, lineman, University of Ottawa. Rob Prodanovich, University of Calgary. Al Hartley, defensive end, Acadia. Dirk Lears, York University. Alex Troop, linebacker, WLU. Greg Miller, Concordia University. Gerald Lashin, linebacker, University of Saskatchewan. Pat Janzi, linebacker from St. Francis Xavier. Larry Oglesby, Mount Allison. Norm Fenning, defensive back, Queen's University. Mark Horvath, defensive back, McMaster University. And Darcy Kopp from the University of Calgary. Now the offensive team. At center, Cam Hodgson, University of Calgary. Don Adamick, a guard from UBC. Joining Adamick, Renzo Passaretti, St. Mary's University. Tackle Nick Benjamin of Concordia, selected first in the CFL college draft by Ottawa. Randy Ambrosi from the University of Manitoba, the other tackle. Wide receivers are Perry Ceci of the University of Guelph. And Rob Bresciani from the University of Saskatchewan. Inside receivers, Josh Borger, University of Calgary. And Dave Conrad from Acadia. The running backs are Don Dempsey of St. Francis, who topped the 100-yard mark in rushing every game this season. Glenn Steele, UBC. And the quarterback is Phil Scarfone of McMaster. The countdown is over. Game time. The Guelph Gryphons and Mount Allison Mounties, two Cinderella teams meeting in the prestigious Vanier Cup. Before a full varsity stadium in Toronto, Minister of Fitness and Amateur Sports Otto Jelinek gets things underway with a ceremonial kickoff. Then it's time for the real thing, and the Guelph Gryphons get the game underway. With Mount Allison on the move in the first quarter, Guelph's Mike Knighton intercepts this Jim Tierney pass, and it marked the first in a series of turnovers in a first half punctuated by defense. Later in the quarter, Guelph quarterback Randy Walters finds his favorite target for his first catch of the day, and Perry Ceci makes it a good one, going 89 yards for the score to put the Gryphons up 7-0. On their next possession, the Gryphons are on the move again, but this Walters pass is tipped by Jeff Boyd into the arms of safety Scott Cameron to stop the drive. And at the end of the first quarter, it was Guelph 7 and Mount Allison nothing. Early in the second, the Mounties get things going as Tierney goes to Ian McDonald for 25 yards to the Guelph 20. The drive stalls, but Terry Baker comes in and boots the field goal to make it 7-3. When Guelph gets the ball back, it's Walters back to pass again, and again he's intercepted, this time by number 25, Paul Henry, as Walters threw the ball right to him. The interception led to another field goal attempt by Baker, but he misses, and Perry Ceci runs it out. A short time later, Baker misses again, and it was still 7-3 in the second quarter. Later in the quarter, Mark Hurst back to punt for the Gryphons. He bobbles a snap, and Scott Cameron is Johnny on the spot, scoops up the ball and runs it 20 yards for the sudden score, and the Mounties take a 10-7 lead. As the second quarter nears completion, the Gryphons gamble on 3rd and 3 to get things going, but Walters is sacked and Mount Allison takes over. But on their next possession, the Mounties turn the ball right back to the Gryphons as Dan Welton is there to make the interception. But the defense continues, and when Guelph gets the ball back, Walters throws another interception to Scott Cameron, his second of the half. On the last play of the first half, the Mounties go for a field goal, but again it's defense talking. The Gryphons' Rob Pavin blocks the ball, 10-7 Mount Allison at the half. The third quarter featured both teams trying everything, but nothing really working. On Terry Baker's 7th field goal try of the game, he was good for the second time, and Mount Allison takes a 13-7 lead heading into the final 15 minutes. With less than 10 minutes to go in the game, the Gryphons wake up, and Randy Walters throws for Perry Ceci, who makes an unbelievable catch by literally stealing the ball from the hands of Peter Esterbrook. A fantastic catch of 38 yards by Ceci gives him 2 on the day for 2 touchdowns and 127 yards. But after the score to tie the game at 13, the Mounties dig their heels in and block the extra point to keep the game deadlocked. As time starts to run out, Mount Allison decides to gamble on their own 35-yard line on 3rd and 1, and the Gryphon defense comes up very big and stops them. The Gryphons quickly turn Mount Allison's failure into 3 points as Tim Quirk boots a 28-yard field goal with 3:05 to go in the game, and Guelph leads 16-13. Late in the game, the Gryphons just running up the clock, but Jed Tommy got the ball and just kept running 23 yards to the 1-yard line. Then on the last play of the game, Tommy completes the run to the end zone, and that was it. The Gryphons had won the Vanier Cup by a score of 22-13, the first national championship for Coach John Musselman and his University of Guelph Gryphons. Guelph Gryphons follow in the footsteps of the other great teams which have made Vanier Cup history. The thrill of victory, like a huge emotional wave, sweeps the players and fans to new heights of ecstasy. For the victors, it's a time to savor, a memory that will be recalled in the blur of future years. For the losers, a stumble step on the path to Vanier Cup glory.